Ngoja kidogo. Nafikiri lakini pia yuwaona.
campaign for Kibaki, even as he campaigned for himself in his constituency. He had done a lot for his constituents during the previous 10 years, but there were issues that still needed attention. His constituency had one of the largest population of squatters in the country. Many of them living on land owned by people from elsewhere in the country. It had large mineral resources, but the owners and beneficiaries were mainly outside.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Hi to you.
Welcome to Ziada Online School Parents Open Day. We want to begin our online meeting anytime now. I want to thank you for turning up for this meeting. This is Mr. Joseph Thuku, the school principal, and I will be hosting and moderating this meeting. Feel welcome and make yourself as comfortable as possible. So we are just about to begin. We want to give a few people a little bit of benefit as we wait them to join us so that we can all begin our meeting together. So be patient. Just for a short while, we will be beginning. Once more, thank you for finding time to be with us. As you can see on your screens, we have tried to mute all of you so that we can be able to have order in our meeting. But should you wish to participate, make a comment, maybe at the bottom of your screen, We have a few tools that will enable you to do quite a number of things. You can be able to put up your hand. You can be able to clap. You can be able to give your thumbs up. And we will give you an opportunity by unmuting your microphone to give you a chance to give your presentation or to give your comment. So that's how we are going to have our meeting. And we'll begin a few minutes from now. I would also request my backup team to just ensure that every So the backup team, just make sure that everybody can be heard and everybody can hear. As I have said, some people are apprehensive that they are not able to hear a thing. So let's assist them so that everybody is home and dry.
Okay, Mwalimu, we are here to assist.
So again, okay. So Martha Kamau, Madam Martha Kamau, can you read me? Just wave. Magdalene, can you read me? Suzanne, David, Joroge. Apparently I can see a wall. I can't see your face, David. Lynn, hi. Rita, hi. Rita needs help. Galaxy J7, hi. Galaxy J7. Galaxy J7 will also need help. July Award. July Award, hi. Isabella, are you there? Thank you. Giselle, hi, thank you. Warui Ndungu, correct. GMK, nice. Nicholas, Jacqueline Amoit, Jacqueline, Ambrose, you're cool. Thank you. So we'll go straight to our meeting this morning, and once more, welcome. And thank you for finding time to turn up for this meeting. This is Ziada Online School. And today we are holding an open day for our prospective parents. And the purpose of this meeting is to introduce ourselves to you parents and be able to let you understand what we have to offer. I must say that Ziada School is an online platform to provide educational services, and we are stepping into the gap at this very, very difficult moment, and a moment full of apprehension for our parents as a result of schools closure due to the outbreak of the pandemic, that is COVID-19. So we are coming as professionals, as teachers, to be able to provide continuity for your learners in their academic work and their school life, so that the students can continue to enjoy almost the same level of services that they would enjoy while in school. We are also joined by our staff and our directors in this meeting. We will be speaking to you shortly during the meeting. As I said, we have muted all your microphones, but should you want to participate and be able to give your contribution, you can always put up your hand. Our backup team will identify you and we will be able to facilitate you to participate. So do not feel inhibited. Just feel free. We will be with you. So this morning, we will have a number of presentations. And at some point, we'll also have parents asking their questions. And allow me at this point to introduce the director of Ziada Online School. His name is Mr. William, to give his opening remarks. Welcome, Mr. William.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mwalim. And also a big thank you to all of you who are here today, our tutors, our parents, and we look forward to a lot more interactive session. And straight away, I will go ahead and introduce Ziada, the vision for the school, and an overview of who we are. So I'm going to share my screen, and I hope all of you can see it. So just doing that shortly. Yeah. Just give me you can give me a thumbs up if you're able to see the screen. Good, I see some of you are seeing it. Thank you very much. So Ziada Online School is an online platform, as Mwalimu has mentioned, to step in the gap and to try and give our tutors quality education at this very time. And most importantly is to take advantage of the online platform, which is able to unite us all, regardless of where you are, regardless of where the tutors are. We will have a platform where our learners can come and learn, and our tutors can come and teach. And we will be talking about that and explaining to you how this all works. So I will talk about who we are, our values, and why you should choose Ziada from a founding perspective. So again, my name is William Guru. I'm one of the partners at Ziada. I'm also a parent. I'm an entrepreneur and a Strathmore University alumni. I have a passion for teaching as well as using technology to create solutions. And I think this is really what led myself and my partners to coming up with this solution. And we really feel that this should go and should transcend the generations, and we should be able to come up with these kids from when they're as young as we can, catch them and get them on board to the age where they can succeed in their particular careers. So at Ziada School, we believe that it's the extra effort that helps achieve new heights in life. And so we all have put in a lot of hours in the last 1 month to ensure that we are able to put together a very diverse and professional team of teachers, as well as the right technology and the team to be able to support this for your learners. And as you will see as we go on, that there will be a lot of learning and a lot of sharing, and you will benefit, and we will also be benefiting from this whole experience, given that it has not been done before at this scale. And of course, at the primary school level, nothing of this sort has been done. So we will all be learning, but we believe that we have the necessary resources and advantage to be able to position ourselves as the online school of choice for all our learners currently at KCP and KCSE level a bit later. We shall also have plans to introduce other lessons that we feel are important, because in the current day world, there are more lessons, there are more things that children can learn and that will help them in the future. Some of them are talent-based, some of them are skill-based, and this is really what we believe. Now, I'll give you a quote from a philosopher called Socrates. He says that the only true wisdom is in knowing that you know nothing. And I think at this point is when you realize that you will forever be learning for the entire of your life. And so we ensure that as we were selecting the people that we are working with, all of them have a big quest for learning, and all of them have done things in their lives to prove and to show that all they do is keep questioning their own knowledge and old beliefs. Our methodology, I'll explain to you a story from the Bible. And of course, you will excuse me, some of you who, it's supposed to explain what I'm talking about. So it's called laying out the fleece. So this is a methodology that was used by Gideon in the Bible at a time when he was to deliver Israel. And what he actually did, he asked God to give him a sign that he is going to deliver, to save Israel by his hand. And what he did an experiment with God. He asked God that he's going to put the fleece out in the threshing floor, and then in the morning he would wake up and find dew on the fleece, and there would be no dew on the threshing floor. So what happened? In the morning he found that actually that had happened. Then he asked himself that perhaps this could have been a fluke, it could have been chance, and he decided to take a different approach. He asked God again that if he can again prove himself, to prove him that it is actually him who has sent him. So he asked him that now the next morning when he wakes up to find dew on the threshing floor, and the fleece would be dry. And so actually that happened in the morning, and as you can imagine, he was very encouraged, and he was very sure that now God has actually sent him. And this is the methodology that we are calling laying out the fleece, whereby we keep questioning whether we are right at each point. And even as you will learn later, our program is structured around feedback, and we keep asking, finding out from parents how we are doing, and finding out how we can always get better. Now, at Ziada School, we have the unique opportunity of bringing everybody at the table. These are learners, these are parents, these are directors, and also in the future, industry players who we will be able to bring also to mentor your children. This is the unique opportunity afforded by having an online platform. And this is the schools that have a geographical location may not be able to take advantage of this. So for us, we think that bringing everybody to the table is a new approach. We have diversity, as you will see that some of our teachers are in places in Mombasa, some of them in Meru and other places in the country. And so this is going to be a very interesting and interactive, whereby everybody can be able to come in and learn from everywhere. If a student is joining a class, they're in Lamu, and another student is in Vihiga, for example, they're able to collaborate. And I mean, this is really what the new Kenya needs to look like. We also want openness, and openness is a scenario where we are able to show what we are doing. Everybody at the end of the table can see what's happening on the other end. And so this is very important for such a school and the model of a social enterprise that allows schools to be run in a way that it's actually a transparent process that allows you to see the progress of your child. Also, innovation, we will continue to break new heights and to find new horizons. And so our innovative edge is also going to give us something that we can always ensure that we have new ways to work and to deliver to our tutors. Now, why should you choose Ziada? One is because of the quality. We are bringing selected teachers from different schools, and you will hear from them later today. And these are teachers who, when they are put, they ideally would not exist in a school, in one school, but now we're bringing them together in one platform where you have a very good science teacher in school A, a very good math teacher in another school, and bringing them all together. Now, all this coupled with a very affordable cost for our tuition and the fees that we're going to be charging you is now what really puts us at an edge whereby for the quality that we shall be offering you, you will not be able to get it at that price. And the advantage that we have and we're using is our technology innovativeness. Also, we are building a future-proof school that is a sustainable social enterprise. And of course, why I speak unto this is because even after the COVID-19 is done, we will still find ways of impacting your students, again, maintaining quality and maintaining our affordability. Thank you, and we are Ziada School. We are live on ziada.org as well on Twitter. Thank you very much, and back to you, our principal.
Thank you, Mr. William, for that elaborate presentation. And I would request all of us to join me to appreciate his presentation. At the bottom of your screen, we have an icon on reactions. You can click on clap. We can clap for him. I have already clapped myself.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
William. We are, for those who have joined us in the last few minutes, we have already begun. We have had the first presentation by the director of Ziada's online school, trying to explain what Ziada School is all about. And you can be able to also reach us through the website to be able to understand more about Ziada School. At this juncture, allow me to invite my co-principal, Madam Damaris, to also make a presentation and introduce our staff. Welcome, Madam Damaris. Damaris?
Yes.
Yes, it's your turn now.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Tuku. Can you hear me? All right. So my name is Damaris. As Mr. Tuku has mentioned, I am one of the core principals of Ziada School. And let me start by thanking you very much for joining us this morning. You're most welcome. And this is where we want to interact, learn, and hear what is this Ziada all about. So I am a professionally trained teacher, and this is just a brief introduction of who I am. I hold a master's degree in educational management, in educational administration and planning. To hold a degree, a bachelor's degree in education, and I also have a diploma in education management. Of course, other than that, I am a mother, a wife, and I want to share with you what we have as the teachers from Ziada School. I'll just do a bit sharing. So I have some slides here that I want to share with you. I don't know whether you see that. Just a minute. And let's start from the beginning. Yes, so this is Ziada online program. Like what one of the directors, Mr. Williams, said, we are an institution that is coming in at a very time when we have to really take care of our young ones. And from my introduction, I would say that teaching or learning is all about teamwork. And we have teachers, parents, and learners who must work together towards a common goal of academic success. Personally, I view teachers as the drivers, the parents as the fuel, and the learners are like the vehicles that deliver academic success after a long journey. And of course, none of them can work singly. And that is why this morning we want to discuss and see as teachers, as parents, what is this that we can do to make us reach this journey at the end of it. So from your screen, you can see that you have a teaching team. I'm not sure if they're all present in the meeting. And we have one of our teachers, Ambrose Akin. I don't know whether he's present. If he is, maybe he can wave. We have Bernard Othiambo. We have myself, I'm Damaris. We have Francis Chenga. We have Isaac Kimathi Ikunga. We have Isabella. We have Joseph Tuku. We have Nicholas and Soleh Muhammad. So that's a team of about 9 teachers. And you are going to prove me right that these teachers have been selected from some of the most of the best performing schools in the country. So we have some of the schools the teachers have taught. They include Green Garden, Junior Preparatory, Light International Academy, we have Moi Educational, Fadhili, Bellevue, and others. And if you go to the history or to the performance of these schools, you will realize that these are some of the performing schools, best performing schools in our country. Now, our teachers have also been trained. Actually, all of them are professionally trained. And from their credentials, you can see a number of them have master's degree in education, administration, and planning. We have others who have bachelor's degree in education. We have diploma in education. And we still have others. Some of those teachers have qualifications in diverse fields. For example, we have some who are doing accounting, performing arts, others guidance and counseling, and many more. So you can see that the teachers we have are actually fully trained teachers, and they are ready to work with our pupils or our learners in this journey of academic journey. Now, these teachers have also been helping learners to perform very well in KCPE examinations, and actually most of them have attained a mean standard score of 75 and above in their respective teaching subjects, that is in the various schools they have taught. And what you realize is that been specializing in one or two subjects. So there are some who will be mainly handling English, handling Swahili, mathematics, other science, and there are those who will handle social studies and CRE. The teachers have also been engaged in various roles. They are not just teaching. They also have roles and responsibilities in their various schools. A number of them are educational administrators. The others who are director of academic affairs. A number of them are also involved in guidance and counseling. There are still others who offer spiritual care to the learners. And all of them actually are head of various departments in the school. For example, we have a curriculum, head of discipline, head of scouts, and we also have others who are involved in swimming and other activities. Other than that, some of the teachers in this very team are involved in setting and marking of national examinations, which is also something commendable, having in mind that we are training our learners to sit for these exams at the end of the year. So they are also involved in extracurricular activities. They don't just teach. We are all aware that learners also need to do some extracurricular activities. Well, we may not do them here online, but we have also scheduled a way in which they'll be out of class or out of the learning itself, the academics, to be engaged in different activities, as you'll hear from our principal, Mr. Duku, will mention that. From there, we also have a quote here from a very great inspirational leader and an educationist who said that the mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, and the great teacher inspires. And I would pause and ask, who are these teachers in Ziada? From their credentials, you can tell that our teachers not only demonstrate, they also inspire. So we are calling them superior and great teachers. And teachers being the drivers, like I had said, at Ziada we have got very qualified teachers, passionate teachers, self-driven, and they are also dedicated drivers. They are drivers of this journey. And other than that, all of them are actually family people, and which is something also very important to note. So the Ziada team is going to use a holistic approach towards helping our learners in this academic journey. And more so during this COVID-19 period. It is a period where everyone is stressed out, and the young ones are going through depressing moments. And especially the candidates, they are wondering what next, what are they going to do? And so they may not get any audience from anybody, be it their parents, their friends, siblings. And most audience people who are encouraging them that it will be well at the end of the year, they're going to do the exam, and all that. So here at Ziada, we are offering ourselves to them. We want to take them, we want to walk with them until the very end of this journey. So ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I want to ask you, I want to pose a question to you. Why would you leave such an opportunity? It is a golden opportunity where you can give your child, you can give your children to be held through this journey by the Ziada team. Thank you very much. You can reach us on that website. You're most welcome. Back to you, William. Sorry, back to you, Mr. Tuku.
Thank you, Madam Damaris, for your presentation. It is quite encouraging and also inspiring. And indeed, parents, we have, as she has said, carefully selected a team of very competent teachers, very experienced teachers, and skilled in various subject areas. I want to appreciate you for continuing to be with us. I want to make a special mention of one Mr. Peter Kiboy, who is following us who are still on the road driving. Hi, Peter. And we hope that you are going to have a safe journey wherever you are going. So at this point, I want to address my parents as your principal, and I make the following remarks. I will make my remarks as I share with you a slide that I have prepared. And I will be trying to, I hope you can see my slide, can you? Yeah, I'll be trying to explain to you what exactly we shall be doing. We are now in school. And so that's why I'm saying now I'm the principal. We are in school now. My name is Mr. Joseph Thuku, the principal, Ziada School. There is my image. And I am a seasoned classroom teacher and a school administrator, having served in various institutions.
Hello,
of, yes?
I guess we can't see the slide.
Oh, sorry. Just a moment. What about now?
Not yet. Try again.
What about now?
That's good.
Yes. Sorry for that. As I was saying, I am Mr. Joseph Thuku. That's my name. I am a school classroom teacher of a lot of experience and also a seasoned school administrator. Having served in various institutions in administration up to the levels of the school principal, I am a holder of a degree in education. I have also done a lot of consultancy work relating to education matters. And also, I have been instrumental in various successes involving individual children around this city over the years that I have served. I am married and I'm blessed with 3 children. So I am a parent and a teacher at the same time. So one wonders whether what we are going through now is a sign of our times. Different periods of times have shown their own signs, and whether the emergence of online classes is a sign of our times. It is now emerging that online is a reality whose time has come, especially at this period when our schools have closed. It is very unfortunate that schools have closed, but that's why we say every cloud has a silver lining, and this could be the silver lining in this period. What we want to offer is transformative, it's a game changer in this world. It is bold, it is deliberate, it is full of innovation, and it's a reaction to this situation. It is the best option to this situation where we have the COVID-19. And now it is real that learning must go on, and it must go on while we exercise social distancing. That's why this is the best alternative to be able to ensure that our children continue to learn, and learn in ways that I am going to explain here. So the background of this concept is one, this concept is fueled by the need for educational reforms to address emerging realities. Emerging realities include many, many things. One of the realities is that children can learn without going to school. They can learn without going to the physical school that we all know. And also, there is a big push in our government and also in education, the new curriculum, about having digital literacy being advanced in our children. So digital literacy is also part of the background around which this platform is in existence. And then we also have had a homeschooling concept happening, although not being accepted at a wider scale. We have had some people who have opted not to take their children to physical schools, but practice homeschooling. And this is a solution to that. And of course, now application of technology in teaching and learning is real through this platform. And also the continued demand for diversity in learning resources. This platform provides learners with resources beyond books. And these resources include access to the internet from which they can access information and also do research. So those are facts that no one can be able to dispute, that they are perfect foundations that allow on learning to take its root at this point. So why would we encourage you to enroll with us at Ziada School? We know there are very many platforms, very many platforms now out there. We have seen so many platforms, and as teachers and as professional teachers, we would encourage parents to enroll in a platform that addresses the needs of the children, the needs of the students. And these needs are as follows. One, as the teachers have been introduced, we have carefully selected teachers, seasoned teachers with a lot of experience in classroom instruction and also general management of academic affairs. That is one of the reasons why we think we are unique. Two, we have subsidized costs. And so our platform is quite affordable to our parents. In recent times, news have filtered about parents, how parents have become very, very uncomfortable with the direction schools have taken in as far as what they are charging as regards to online classes. But for us, we think we are affordable, and we will be sharing you the details of the costs in my subsequent presentations. We are also incorporating collaborative pedagogies that allow learners to work together. And also we have adapting teaching techniques that will use stimulating learning materials. The adaptive teaching techniques involve that learners now are able to learn using their immediate environment and the day-to-day experiences that they go through. That can only happen where you have teachers who understand the content and understand the children's needs. Again, this is a concept that does not wipe out what we have already known in formal classrooms, face-to-face interaction. So it's not like what you experience on the television, where the instructor comes with the pre-recorded materials and just teaches, and there is no real face-to-face interaction between learners and their teachers and learners with themselves. And then it also provides a complete curriculum delivery cycle. When you enroll your learners with us, what will be happening in classes is a complete curriculum cycle, and that cycle involves instruction, which is actually teaching. It involves a follow-up. Follow-up means whatever else children are asked to do, including homeworks and assignments. It also includes feedback. It will give you an opportunity to have feedback. And we are also going to have evaluation and assessment of learner achievement. So that's why for us, we think this is a school away from the schools we know. It's a real school away from what we have always known. Now, the model of our school .
Hello, Mwalim. I think we lost you.
It's an element of our school that applies in every pillar that is there. For the school administration, that is the office and the directors, will provide the infrastructure, will monitor, will supervise staff.
Hi,
Yes.
I think we lost you a bit there. So you could share your screen once more for the benefit of.
Is it gone?
Yeah. Just share it again. Thank you.
Okay. Are we there? Okay. So
Correct.
sorry. As I was saying, that the structures around which our school is modeled are administration, the teaching faculty who are tutors, the instructional materials or resources, the learners, and the parents. All these have unique roles that enable as to ensure that our attention is directed to our client. The client here are the learners. They have one thing in common, that all of them thrive around feedback. So this is a family. You want to hear from the teacher wants to hear from the parent wants to hear from the school administration wants to hear from the parent wants to hear from the children want to hear from the parent. So that makes it very, very open. It makes it very, very credible that at every step, the parent will be able to keep in touch with what is going on around the instructions that are being given to their children. So the administration roles are well defined. The tutors' roles are well defined, as you can see. The learners' roles are well defined, and also the parents' roles are well defined. What I would want to emphasize with the parents is that it is important that parents provide that environment that allows the children to access, and the parents should also be able to monitor what we are doing and also be able to share with us concerns, and also not always concerns, but also compliments where we have done very well. So that's the model around which our school is done. And so I would really say that this is similar to the normal schools that your children attend. So the methodology, that these are the teaching approaches that we are going to have. One is that, as I explained earlier, we are going to have adaptive learning approaches. We are also going to have learner-friendly. Our classrooms will be learner-friendly, and we will draw learners' experiences to stimulate their learning. I have seen some platforms where the content being delivered has no relationship with what our learners go through, with what our learners already know. And so ours is very original, it's homegrown, and apart from the infrastructure, what the kind of teaching we'll be providing is the original teaching that happens in the classrooms. We also use materials such as teaching aids, such as videos, texts, slides, maps, illustrations, and other visuals. And also, we will also provide children with the opportunities to research through the internet as part of the teaching activities or learning activities that they will have to go through. And we will also provide revision opportunities and training in different approaches to handling questions. As you have heard, the tutors we have are tutors who have presented candidates for national examinations over many years. And so they are quite familiar with the ways in which various questions can be asked, and they train children on how to approach those questions. Mark you, every school completes the syllabus, but at the end of the day, the results are different. There is always the important part where children are trained on how to handle questions. And then also, we want to state that this is so professional for the following reason. One, that what will be taught to the children is as per their syllabus, as per their syllabus. And one may want to ask, how will you know which part of the syllabus the children are supposed to have done? Of course, as teachers, we understand, and first of all, we know where the children should have reached. We know they did not reach there. We will be able to use our experience to be able to have children take off from sections of the syllabus that we know that they had not covered. So we will be able to use our expertise, our knowledge, and our ability to plan and be able to see where they should have picked from. We will also provide an all-round approach to managing learners. one thing I may want to reveal here is that we will spare time to give learners opportunities and sessions outside the normal learning as part of the entire curriculum. You have seen we have people who are good in guiding and counseling. We have people who have multiple skills within our teaching faculty. And so we will also instill values as we teach. Surely we will not allow, I can give you a case example. We will not allow a child to be in class while taking breakfast. You see? I mean, and we will be teaching these values. If it is discipline, it is discipline. We will maintain that. Okay? If it is respect, we will maintain respect and we will advocate for it on this platform. So all these things are things that we will allow learners to maintain. This program is not meant to keep learners busy. Parents, it is not meant to keep learners busy. We have had statements like we are providing days to keep learners busy. Some platforms are giving a lot of test papers. Those test papers are meant to keep learners busy. Some platforms are giving Bible stories endlessly. Some platforms are giving downloaded materials from other curriculums from other countries. And all these are meant to keep learners busy because parents are out there working. But ours is a continuation of school environment where learners will advance their syllabus. And then, of course, through the feedback, as I have explained in our model, then we will ensure that our professionalism is based on being accountable through regular feedback. We will also be having evaluation and feedback. One thing, feedback comes with being able to tell to what extent has learning happened. And of course, we will conduct evaluation through random assessment tests, the ones we call quizzes, random assessment tests. We will also give class assignments. Those are take homes. We will also give what you call homework. We'll also give continuous assessment tests or examinations. All these will be administered, processed, and marked and graded online. Our platform is capable of giving us that. Now, for compositions and insures, it is not possible for us to do it online. But what we'll do is that we will provide opportunities for children to write insures and compositions, which will be scanned. They will have to scan them and send them in PDF format. Our teachers will also mark, download them, mark, and send back results in PDF format. So it's a mix of the two, digital and analog, when it comes to composition and insures. What I must emphasize is that when we give assessments, all assessments have the element of credibility. They have an element of invigilation. From where I am, I may not be able to invigilate and supervise an exam going on in Nakuru. But what I will ask parents to do is to ensure that they are ready for direct adult supervision, so that students don't refer to books, yet this is an assessment. So that students do not refer to resource persons, so that we preserve the credibility of this assessment. So all assessments will require adult supervision, and the parents will implore you to come very, very strongly with that. So having said all that, then we can look at what advantages do we draw from here. Our rates are pocket friendly because the costs are heavily subsidized. For this platform, you will be required to pay a registration fee of 500 shillings. That's a one-off registration fee of 500. And access to classes will be 6,000 shillings per month. 6,000 shillings per month. We believe that barely meets our operational costs because if I may draw direct comparisons between schools, we have seen that the schools have levied fees, are levying fees, and have only allowed a range of between 10 to 20% discount on the normal fees that you pay. So for a parent who is paying 50,000 per month, the parent has only been allowed a discount of between 5,000 shillings and 10,000 shillings. 5,000 shillings and 10,000 shillings. So at the end of the month, at the end of the term, the parent will still pay around 45,000 shillings or 40,000 shillings. That translates to much, much more at if you compute it per month. For us, we are charging 6,000 per month for those who will be accessing classes. And for you to be able to show your commitment, we will require you to pay the registration fee of 5,000 shillings so that your children can be able to be given accounts. These payments, of course, we will be able to, in due course, we will give you our pay bill number and our account name. That's one of the advantages. It's pocket friendly. Two, we have seen it's a replication of the real classroom situation because it provides for face-to-face interaction. And three, it is exciting because we are applying and using technology and creating diversity in learning. This one has no boundaries. We are able to connect with all learners regardless of their geographical location. As I have told you, we have learners from Nakuru, we will have learners from Mombasa, and so we can be able to learn together from different geographical locations. As I have told you, one Mr. Peter is also with us in the meeting while on the road. So next time you are going with your son or your daughter to the supermarket and it's time for class, yes, your son will still sit at the cafeteria and learn, isn't it? And of course, we also have the question of learners achieving self-discipline and responsibility. Their parents will not be at home all the time, but the learners will attend classes. The learners will take it upon themselves. It's their responsibility to attend classes, their responsibility to exercise self-discipline, sit out the classes, and they behave well while in those classes. We want to say this. What do you need for you to actualize this for your children? You need to provide a computer hardware. A good laptop or a desktop or a tablet will do. You need to provide reliable internet connectivity. As much as possible, I would discourage the question of bundles because bundles run out from time to time. Maybe if you have an internet connectivity that allows unlimited access for long periods of time, I think that would be much better. And then, of course, the registration fee and the tuition fee, which is 500 shillings and 6,000 shillings respectively. And then we also require children to have course books. And we know that for course books, we may have similarities between different children. I know, for example, for science, many schools must have primary science. I am giving you an example, primary science as the course book. Of course, this will only be used where applicable. If there is no commonality in textbooks, that we have some students who don't have a certain textbook, and the teacher will have done that survey beforehand, the teacher will have to prepare learning materials for whatever he wants to teach. So course books will not be a must. They will only be used where they are available to everyone. If they are not available to everyone, then the same content that was to be used in textbooks will be prepared by the teachers in a certain format and the children will be able to access it in the course of learning. So we want to say that we want to maintain and build on this partnership with you today and into the future. Online classes are not going away. They will be there with us. We want to build this into a bigger idea, because this is the opportunity that we have. Parents, even if we opt to take back our children to our schools when schools open, Ziada will always, as the name suggests, Ziada will always provide additional support. Should we find you parents trying to enroll your children for other programs outside there, and Ziada will always be available to work with you and into the future. So this platform will be available at all times. It is not a stopgap measure. It is sustainable, and it is also meant to withstand into the future. So for now, I want to thank you very much for your time. You can get more about us from the website as indicated there. So I now wish to revert back to my technical team to see whether we can facilitate now parents' reactions and comments. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mwalimu. And I can see some people are clapping for you, and I will encourage the rest of us to join in clapping for Mwalimu. Thank you very much. Mwalimu, you are taking some questions from the parents, right?
Yes, I would love to.
Okay. You can also invite some of the teachers to say a word.
Yes, maybe Madam Damaris, you had done a roll call. Madam Damaris, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
You had done a roll call. You can help me. I can see Isabella.
All right.
Isabella, you can also come in and make a comment to our parents.
Hello.
Hello.
We are very glad that the parents have joined us today. All the directors have said is actually a passion that we have, and we hope to achieve all that with your support. The team of my colleagues actually are they're qualified. I am qualified, and we've come together and put together a brain. We know that if you give us these children and you give them the support that they need, that is offering them with internet and the course books that will require, you monitor the work they do when you get back at home in the evening, we are going to achieve a lot. And this is something that we as teachers are excited to get started on. The sooner, the better. We are actually going to give you quality. We are seasoned teachers, as one of our directors already said. We have achieved academic excellence, not only academic excellence, but all the other spheres, because our intention is always to bring up a holistic child, which we have done with that classroom scenario and previously with other online interactions. And this is not going to be any different. The only difference is that you're going to like it, and you'll even opt to keep us even when children go back to school. So just keep in touch wherever you need help, and let us teach your kids and prepare them for these coming exams. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you, thank you, Madam Magdalene. Parents, as you can hear from Magdalene, you can see we have also provided members of staff from both gender. And of course, ladies are here also to take care of girl issues. Allow me to invite now one gentleman, one of our teachers, Mr. Ambrose. Can you read me, Mr. Ambrose?
Yes, Mr. Tuku.
Yes, Ambrose, you can also talk to our parents briefly.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, the director and the whole board. Thank you, parents, also for coming and joining us in today's meeting. I'm also glad that we have created this platform, and we are off to go. And we thank all parents for joining us and the pupils that we are expecting to go about with. We also promise that we are going to give them the best again in other areas that concerns their lives apart from just academics. I know we will interact with them and inspire them into the future. I'm also a qualified teacher. I'm also an accountant and also entrepreneur. And I like this platform, and I think we will do all the best to make it a success and also to make the learners enjoy it into the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ambrose. Thank you very much indeed. Parents, as you heard, we told you we have members of staff with multiple skills. Bwana Ambrose is also in accounts. And of course, those are some of the things. Who knows, we may be giving your students certain skills, especially survival skills. We call them survival skills for your children outside classes. So at this point, I wish to open the forum to our parents so that we can receive their comments and the response to some of them. I'll take a couple of questions or comments. You can always put up your hand so that your microphone can be unmuted, and so you'll be with us. Welcome. Say your name and where you are speaking to us from.
You can raise your hand and you will be unmuted.
So maybe as parents organize their notes, allow me to just make quick announcements. At the moment, we have over 200 subscribers with our platform, and we are offering classes in class 6, 7, and 8. Class 6, 7, and 8. We intend to begin our classes on Monday, this Monday, on the same day schools are supposed to open for second term classes. So we intend to open on Monday and begin our classes in the morning. And our classes will run from 8 to 1 p.m. 8 to 1 p.m. Tomorrow on Saturday, we shall have 3 class demonstrations from 9:30 a.m., 3 class demonstration. The first demonstration will be a mathematics class in class 8. then followed by an English class in class 7 and a science class in class 6 tomorrow. And that demonstration will be open to those who will have subscribed, those who have committed themselves by paying the registration fee, so that you may have a feel of what to expect in the coming weeks and in the coming days. So we want to invite all of you for those classes tomorrow. As soon as you make your commitment, you will be given a registration form, which you will also fill and send, after which now we will be able to process your membership. There it is, the pay bill number is there. It is to the Inclusion Media Limited. That is the pay bill number for Inclusion Media Limited. The business number is 697248. 697248. The account number is registration. Account number, account name, this is name. Account name is registration. And the amount for registration is 500 shillings. Once you pay this registration fee, then you will get a link. You'll be able to get a link for the tomorrow's class demo on Saturday, tomorrow. And thereafter, you'll be able to get the way forward for attending Monday's classes. So I am still now waiting for your comments. If not questions, we are also receiving compliments. Yes, feel free. This is your score.
So you can raise your hand. Okay, I see Ahmed has raised. Yes. Just.
Ahmed, go on. His microphone is muted. Yes, Ahmed.
Hello?
Yes, Ahmed.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, clearly.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate your concern regarding the closing of the schools and also being online. And I'm happy with the way you have presented the talk. All I needed to know was, are you accredited by the government or are you a school, or you need to explain yourself. Are you part of the registered under the government board or something that we need to know? Like a registration with the government, accredited in other words.
Okay. I'll take questions back to back so that we can address them all at once, if you agree. So maybe as we wait for another question, I will ask Mr. William to respond to that.
Okay, so thanks, Bwana Ahmed, for your question. Let me start by saying that this is an online tuition platform that brings together tutors to teach. It is therefore not a school where we have accreditation, but a platform that allows tutors to teach.
So I hope, Ahmed, your question is answered.
All the same, the other thing I should mention is the tutors that we have and are working with are actually tutors that are accredited. So for now, we still don't have a view on how to, definitely the word school implies an accredited school that physically exists, but this is our vision of a new way of doing online school, ensuring that we have the best qualified teachers, bringing them together, and learners. So we think that there's a lot of uncharted grounds as regards to that, and perhaps we will be seeing what legislations and other guidelines that come up in how to do this. And also I should mention that it is not something that has been done at the primary school level. And so we probably might be giving back to the society and showing how it's going to work. And I also mentioned that as a pioneer in this space, we challenge our own beliefs and understanding, and especially on traditions, because we have to keep finding new ways. And I guarantee you, when it works and when it finally works, you will see a lot more spring up. So as a pioneer, we want to continue showing the way and to shed the light so that others can learn from this. I should mention that majority of our teachers are tech savvy, they understand the technology, but they are not as conversant with the digital teaching space. And what we looked at them is their ability and their aptitude to learn and to take on new challenges. And that is really why we chose them and we wanted to work with them. I must say that for this call, the parents who have joined us today are also leaders in the space. I can see we are struggling to break some ice. Definitely, we are not used to such a Parents' Day meeting, and you feel a bit isolated where you are and you're not seeing the reactions of other parents. But slowly we will begin to warm up to this. And that's also part of why we made sure that the cost is as cost effective as possible, so that we do not, we ensure that the onboarding journey is easy for both the parents and also to give them the opportunity to have a soft landing.
And also, if I may add, the teachers that we have on this platform are registered with the Teachers Service Commission. And so they are licensed and they have a license and they are bound by the TSC Code of Conduct and Regulations. So that gives us it gives what we are doing a lot of credibility, knowing that even as teachers, we are not bound to conduct ourselves the way we conduct ourselves within the school premises. We are bound to conduct our
Mwalimu, your mic is on, is off.
Sorry, I was saying our teachers, as you have seen, they are carefully vetted And one thing I can assure all parents is that they are all registered with the Teacher Service Commission, and they have what we call teaching licenses. They have a Teacher Service Commission number, TSC numbers, and they are licensed to teach anywhere in this republic. They are bound by the rules and regulations as enshrined in the TNC Code of Conduct. So their actions and their behavior and conduct is not limited to classroom, but their behavior and conduct is determined and it is prescribed for as long as they have any form of interaction with the children of the Republic of Kenya who belong to the Kenya government, who happen to be our children. So as the director has indicated, this is a space that is emerging, and as it emerges, these are innovations. And even these innovations, as they come up, there is a lot of ground to cover. But we will not say that our children will have the benefit or the luxury of waiting for most of us to cover a lot of ground in this country for them to recoup what they have lost. And maybe in the near future, what seemingly they might lose. So we are that we can be able to avail ourselves to parents in more open ways, should you want us to do that, just to demonstrate that we are coming to you parents with very clean hands, and we are only stepping in to provide a service that is greatly needed. Mr. Ahmed, we hope we have answered your question. I invite more questions.
I appreciate your answer. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you very much indeed. Let me also clarify about registration fees. Registration is 500 shillings, and the tuition fee is 6,000 shillings. I had said some figures that are different at some point. I'm informed that. So registration fee is 500 shillings and tuition fee is 6,000 shillings.
Susan Makunga, your hand is up.
Yeah. Hi parents, and also the principal.
Welcome.
And the rest of the parents. You can hear me?
Yes, very well. Go on.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go on.
Okay. So now you mentioned that what you're meant to achieve is actually a replication of face-to-face classroom situation.
Yes.
Yeah, and also the principal mentioned that currently there are like online 200 parents who are streaming right now. And my question is, if the same numbers are the ones to enroll for the online classes, let's say, for example, for the class 7, let's say you have 200 students, how will you manage to actually handle that number of students per class? And my second question is there a deadline for the payment, the 500 registration fee? Because you said you have a pilot class tomorrow, right?
Yes.
And then the other question is how many students do you plan to take per class? What's the maximum number? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It might be your name?
Susan.
Yes, Susan, Madam Susan, thank you very much for your question. You have asked 3 questions. And the first one is basically about the numbers we have. Up to this point, we are talking about numbers of persons who have shown interest. And that is why you are on this meeting. And a part of that interest comes with curiosity. So a number of you, it is not lost on us, they may be here because they are curious. So we are moving from one stage to another stage. And it is our prayer that those 200 who are here with us today will transit to the next stage. For now, we are ready with a team of 11 teachers. 11 teachers, even by classroom ratios, it is a case of overstaffing when we go to schools. It's a case of overstaffing. So we are ready with the 11 teachers. 2 are already on standby, 9 are already active. And based on the numbers as they come, and we will continue to boost our staff as numbers come. And what we are planning now is between now and tomorrow, based on the commitments that we shall have, we will be in a position to be able to know what we'll be able to determine the classes that we are going to have. If there will be need for a class to have 2 streams, we will be very happy to provide for that. But for now, we are planning for single streams for now, because maybe we are looking at a case of preferably not very high numbers, but we hope that this meeting now, based on the presentations we have made, we will continue to beef up our staffing. We are also in touch with other teachers to try to put them on standby. We are still headhunting more teachers so that as numbers increase, we do not find ourselves having a crisis. The envisioned class population is a maximum of 25 per class. A maximum
Sorry,
of
I didn't get that.
The numbers we are looking at is a maximum of 25 in one class.
25.
Yes, those are manageable numbers, and it's a good student-teacher ratio. If we are to provide 6 teachers to those 25 children in one room, then that's a very, very good ratio where we have a teacher handling one subject in that particular class. So I think for registration, as we indicated, registration fee is a commitment to enable us to know and to be able to ascertain clearly who is on board to enable us move to the next step as regards our planning and all these things.
Okay, thank you. I see Mr. David Njoroge has his hand up. So proceed, David.
Yes, Marim, good morning. Can you hear me, Marim? Marim, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Marim?
I think, Madam Damaris, you can take that question for.
Marim, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Just a minute. I think he seems to have a challenge. Madam Damaris, are you there?
Do you hear me?
Yes, go on.
Thank you so much for these online classes. And we want to commend you because it is the first time it is happening. And we thank God that you can bring students together all around. And one, I would want to say it is good because I know as we are doing for class 8, we might be able to do for the other classes. And the second thing I was asking, saying, because of these hard times, is it possible that you might lower the fees a little bit, maybe to around 4,000 until this crisis is over, and then maybe we can talk from there on, because some of us are just staying at home and not working. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your question. We appreciate the fact that it is a platform that you can engage in. Now, when it comes to cost and what the principal had said, if you look at other places where the same is being offered, especially in a school setup, they are actually charging quite as high as double the fees that the parents were paying. And so as we were doing our calculations to bring to that figure of 6,000, we felt that this is quite affordable considering the services you're receiving, because these are service givers. The teachers who are involved are teachers who are professional, like you had, and they are giving the best that they can at this very time. We understand the times are hard. Times are hard indeed, but we are also trying to make it very cost effective, because certainly we need to give these teachers something small. We also have to do planning with them, materials are needed. And with all this, we came to this figure of 6,000, which we felt is a bit comfortable, or might be comfortable to majority of us, considering what we are giving. I don't know whether, William, you have something to add to that?
Yeah, so thank you, Malim, for that. And also, David, for your question. So the answer to that is we may not be able to subsidize the cost for parents at the moment. However, for parents, we have a rebate program that allows you allows you a 10% discount if you have 2 children. As pertaining partial school fees, the only thing we can do is we can try and look for charitable organizations or philanthropists, and this is done in form of like a scholarship management plan, where we would have to analyze case by case. It would have to be on a case by case basis, whereby we look at it's usually analyzed from a panel, and the fees is usually paid in full, but by well-wishers or donors, which we can try and engage and see how to get that kind of donor arrangement where they can actually sponsor your student.
Okay, I would really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Trista. You have answered my questions.
Okay, I think what you do is, I would say register, sign up, join the first class, because there will be a lot of like getting to know things and learning. And so that entire process, we think that if we get the first, we will be most loyal to the first class, because they will learn, this is a class where people don't know each other. Nobody knows the teacher, nobody knows the other. And we really want to have the least time possible to get them to acclimatize and to know this new environment that they are not used to.
Okay.
And so all we are asking is for parents to sign up with us for the first class. We will all experience it for the first time, how it will work. We will put our best foot forward, And the feedback that will come out of that first class will be beneficial for the subsequent classes. And so I think that's what we can say for now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And welcome back, Mwalim. I think you had lost your connection.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you. Any other question, any comment?
Magdalene, is your hand up?
No, it's
Is
not.
your hand up? Okay, okay.
No.
Okay, I guess that's it. You can
Yeah,
this.
Yes, thank you, parents. As we come to the tail end of our meeting, allow me to once more remind you about our class demonstration tomorrow. The first class will begin at 9:30 in the morning, tomorrow Saturday, and it will be a maths class for class 8, followed by the English lesson in class 7, and the last lesson that will end at 12:50 will be the science lesson for class 6. We want to showcase to you what we are capable of doing as we go through this journey together. Again, on your screen, it's important that you note our payment lines, especially for your commitment fee, which will enable you to attend tomorrow's class, having given your commitment that you want to really subscribe. So the registration fee is 500 shillings, and the tuition fee per month will be 6,000 shillings. I want to thank you all parents for turning up in large numbers for this meeting. Okay,
there's one more parent with a remark, Mr. Peter.
Yes, Peter.
Go ahead.
Good morning, parents and directors. I was invited to, good morning. Let me first introduce myself. I'm an engineer by profession. And I've had to travel to Mombasa this morning urgently. So I've been on the road all through. I've just arrived in Mombasa. And for the parents, as an engineer, we normally say that you must predict the future, because you can invest in today's technology that will be obsolete tomorrow. What you are doing now is to predict the future for your children. This is the way the technology will go. In the last 2 months, I have attended such seminars like this one from South Africa, from Dubai, from Germany, all over. It's like everybody has transformed to online communication, online seminars. And I have a friend in Poland. The other day when I was talking to them, they were telling me the whole country has gone online. So this is the way forward, and let's congratulate ourselves. Lastly, when it comes to digital platforms, they are normally very risky when it comes to dealing with money. But I had to do some due diligence. You may have noted that you are being requested to pay to an account of a company, Inclusion Limited, and as the director said, that should give us an assurance, because if you have to pay to somebody's account, so this is one other assuring thing that I would wish to comment as I noted as you are going on. Otherwise, I hope you are hearing me as I sign off, because
Yes.
I've just arrived in Mombasa for a very urgent mission, and tomorrow I'll be traveling back to Nairobi. Let me say, for those who wish to travel to Mombasa, by road, it's almost impossible. I have tried to count the number of roadblocks, and they are uncountable. Every roadblock you get out, you present your documentation, they test your temperature, and they interrogate you. So I think people are very serious about this corona problem, and I morning, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Peter, for that kind of assurance. And of course, we wish you a safe journey and a nice day for the hours you'll be in Mombasa. And we take well your advice on the ordeals you have had to go through today. So parents, that's one of you. And I think he has said it so well. I can only say that it has come from the horse's mouth. So we can still invite any other comment if it is there before we end this meeting. So, Mr. William, you can give guidance here now.
Yeah, thank you. And I wish you all a blessed day. And looking forward to seeing you in the tomorrow's class together with your children. Those people who will sign up for their pupils to join, please be there and see also how the class is going. We will also invite you to join with us. You can join as many classes as you would want to for your kids. And this is the important feedback that will help us to keep improving and to keep serving you better. Thank you and God bless you, and see you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Staff can leave last, please. Our teachers, you will be the last one to leave.
Has been a continuous and